Seriously, I'm always expect me na Moraa to do our support. We am so Offset.
Who is that?
Take off. Kuna umse wa take off.
Huyo mgani?
Matutu.
Oh, niliona mtu ameshutiwa basi kwa najua ni nani.
Wewe kwanza ni binadamu.
At least niliona mtu ameshutiwa but siku follow up ni nani. For sure I didn't know. Tell me about the 80s and the 90s then.
Oh, of course that's our type of music.
Yes.
Let me ask, how many years in the industry?
Well, professionally as an actress, I've done it for 16 years. 16? Yes, since 2006.
Wow, what is my coffee? Come on. 16 years, beautiful.
Yes, as an actress since 2006 when I was 21 years, so you can calculate my age.
21?
Without asking much. 21 plus. No, this is the 17th year, I believe, because I'm 38 right now. Yes, I am.
No, I say my age.
I say it because I'm proud of my age. I have nothing to hide.
Moraa, you're 38 and tunapigananga na wewe tukicheka.
Ujue mimi ni mama sawa?
Yaani wewe ni freedom fighter.
Mimi ni
mauma fulani hapa. Wewe chinkororo. So, do you remember your first ever play?
Yes, I do remember very well, vividly, because I was still young and I was so green out here. I had gotten married at a very tender age of immediately after high school, and then at 21 I already had a child who was 1 year. So at 20, yes, so at 21 is when I approached one of the biggest names in this industry. He was my client. I approached him and told him, hey, bana mimi manze I can act. So he told me, kuna ka shoot fulani nataka uende audition or try. So I tried. My very first show was Tahidi High, way back in 2006.
Hey, do you remember your first line?
Well, at first, nilikuwa nasikia nimedhulumiwa, nimepewa hujuma because I went there as an extra. That's why I always tell people, don't ever feel like you're nobody until you're somebody. I went there as an extra for a very long while. The very first season I was an extra. Wale wa class kwa kupiga makofi kufanya nini? I was just there. Line utoe wapi? Na wewe si stereo.
So line tunacheoje o Mosh Miss Morgan Mr. Tembo.
Hao ndo wanaachiwa. Bahati mzuri ama bahati mzuri kwangu kuna mtu akagonjeka, one of the stereos. Sasa ikakuwa kuna line lazima irushwe, nikasema I can do it. So from that moment when I said the line, the producer said, let this girl never miss on my script. And just from there, I continued growing and growing and growing, and I've done quite a number of shows, a lot of them.
Which is that one production that you, manze, apa, I gave it my all. Like, ile unakangazia, kuna zile time manze unataka tu kuji-appreciate. Unaiweka on TV unasema now, this one I did my best.
Well, first of all, Ofweneke, on all the productions that I go to, I give my best. So on all the productions, I've given my best. But, and another thing, I never watch myself.
Why?
I don't know.
I thought I was the only one.
I never watch myself.
What's kizangi mix zako?
Mix ndasikia lakini siwezi watch nikiongea.
Oh, I've never watched any of my shows. None. Because I know I do my best. I give my 101%.
Is it because unautajijaja ama?
Sana.
Unaanza kujijua makosa.
Na sasa wewe ulifanya nini hapa? Manze hakuna kitu ulidu hapa. Manze wewe, you know. Then I start beating myself up and I gave out my best. So I would rather not. I would rather not watch. Yeah. Yes.
Let me ask. So how were you able to? Because I mean, you joined at that age.
Yes.
You just newly married, and then you a new mom as well, a 1 year old. How are you able now to just juggle in between now being a new wife, you're still very young, being a new mom, then there's this new passion that is coming?
Well, it was a bit tough. The very first time I was being supported by my then spouse, very much. But after a while, you know, the insecurities come and then your brain starts growing. Now that you start having a bit of...
Yeah, like, Tahidi High on Tuesdays.
Tahidi High. Sasa utaanza kwamba ulilala na producer kuchela kidogo, sijui na producer, sijui mara kwa, you know, things like that, like the insecurities start coming, and then you come to, when you continue growing, you realize like you need your wings to be let loose.
Just give me space
give me
to fly.
Space because I need to fly, because you see, when you're trying to fly and someone is holding on to your wings, you know, you can't do that. So I decided, you know what, let me just do me.
So ukamka siku moja ukatoka?
Okay, kulikuwa na changamoto mob, si kutoka ati kwa sababu ya usanii. Kulikuwa na vitu mob zenye sitaki kuongea. Sitaki kumchomea.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Nyaboke, of course, of the show, Dr. Ofweneke tonight. Before we go on a break, it was all in public knowledge. You know, kuna kichwa, relax, I got you. See me BFF. Stay to Shavibaya. Sayuko po, sindio?
I am okay.
Because there were a lot of things that were being said on social media about, of course, and God rest his soul in peace.
Amen.
You are the father to your children.
Yes.
Did guys understand how much you value this gentleman?
No. People can never understand because they don't know your shoes. So someone cannot fit into your shoes. So you let people judge, you let people talk, you let people say what they want to say. But deep down, if they know, they would just shut their beaks up. I'm not saying it in a bad way because it's, it's not something easy. I would tell you for free, even up to now, I've not healed. I'm still on the process of healing. So when people come and judge you and talk about you, you know, you just let it go. Because if you start getting into what people are talking about, you will definitely go down that bad road that you don't want to go to.
But now at least you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because I remember that we had a conversation where when we were met up and hanging out.
Yes.
And you sounded very strong, and I remember I told you.
But I cried with you.
I know you cried. I didn't want to say that part. I was waiting for you to say it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ofweneke tonight. We'll be back after a short break. This is